SCVAL, the Anza Division softball about to get underway here from Eagle Field on the campus of Los Altos High School. Casey McGuire flying solo so far for this one, as we're hoping to be joined by Paul Cunningham later in the broadcast, and if that's not a reason to stay tuned, I don't know what is. Los Altos coming into this game with a record of 5 wins and 2 losses and a 1-0 league record in the Anza Division. They will take on the Bruins of Santa Clara, who has been off to a slow start so far in this 2002 campaign, 2-8 overall and 0-2 in the SCVAL Anza Division. The Bruins will start with Diana Pereira. She will be the third baseman. Kira Buchanan hits second. Sarah Trigg, the shortstop, hits third. Anita Terrazas, the catcher, hits fourth. Homa Safi will start on the mound for Santa Clara today. She hits fifth. Melissa Micheletti hits sixth. Janine Deeb 7th, Amber Ebner hits 8th, and Katie Miller rounds out the starting 9 for the Bruins. She will play center field and bat 9th. Just about set to get underway as Chrissy Summer toes the rubber and is about ready to deliver her first pitch of the ball game. The first pitch is slapped toward the left side. Up with it is a shortstop, Herrera, and is in time to get Pereira at first base. Just in the nick of time, and there's quickly one away. We'll take a look at the Los Altos defensive alignment. Behind Chrissy Summer, you see Estelle Hong in left, Ashley Mateo in center, Sarah Bird in right. Left to right on the infield, Sandra Clark. Kristen Herrera, who just made that fine play and throw. Jennifer Herrera, her sister, at second. Elise Jorgensen is at first base, and Lacey Sanborn is behind the plate for Chrissy Summer in today's game. Here's Kira Buchanan. She swings at the first pitch and misses. It's quickly 0-1. Just underway in this one. A nice play to start off by Los Altos on the defensive side. It was a good play by Kristen Herrera, and a strong throw across the diamond just barely got Pereira. Pitch by Summer. Another running swing attempt, and a changeup is waved at and missed. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes as Summer quickly out ahead of Buchanan. Good day for softball, a little bit cold, but nothing unbearable so far. A little bit overcast skies. The 1-2 pitch is waved at and missed. And Buchanan seemed a little bit frustrated with that at bat as she heads back to the dugout, and there's quickly 2 down here in the top half of the first inning. (2002) high school softball. Los Altos has gotten off to a good start so far in this year, so a lot for Bernie Quintero and company at Los Altos to be happy about. As the first pitch to Sarah Trigg misses high and inside, 1-0. Summer winds up. The 1-0 is a fastball waved at and missed, and the count evens, a ball and a strike. Los Altos has always had strong leadership from Bernie and his coaching staff. Always seem to put out a good product onto the field, and that pitch misses up high, 2-1. Just underway, first half inning. No score here from Los Altos as the pitch is tipped into the glove of Lacey Sanborn and held on, and now it's 2-2 with 2 outs here in the first. 2-2. Ball's grounded foul just outside of John Raybar, the head coach for Santa Clara. Anita Terrazas waits on deck for the Bruins. Still 2-2 to Trigg. Off speed, waved at and missed, and a great pitch by Chrissy Summer retires the side. 2 strikeouts for Summer in the inning. No runs or hits for Santa Clara. Los Altos coming to bat after this. Eagles half of the first inning about to get underway. Their lineup is as follows. Sarah Bird will lead off. Kristen Herrera at short hits second. Elise Jorgensen hits third. Chrissy Summer, the pitcher, hits fourth. Sandra Clark hits fifth. Lacey Sanborn, the catcher, hits sixth. Estelle Hong hits seventh. Ashley Mateo eighth. And Jennifer Herrera rounds out the starting nine for Los Altos. Sarah Bird steps in, took ball one low and away. And the Eagles offense looks to get going against Homa Safi for Santa Clara. You see Homa. Pitch on the way to Bird. She squares the bunt, pulls back, and takes the ball. It's 2-1 to Sarah Bird. Now Bernie Quintero wants time. He wants to talk to Sarah Bird. We'll run through the defense for Santa Clara real quick. In left is Melissa Micheletti. Katie Miller in center. Amber Ebner in right. Left to right in the infield, Diana Pereira, Sarah Trigg, Kira Buchanan, and Janine Deeb. And the battery for Santa Clara behind the plate, Anita Terrazas. And on the mound, Homa Safi. Keep calling it a mound. It is a circle, not really a mound for softball, but pardon my baseball ways. So Safi in the circle. Now behind in the count 3-1 to the leadoff hitter Bird here in the bottom half of the first inning. Takes ball four. And a leadoff walk to Bird. Take a look at Bernie Quintero flashing some signs from the third base coaching box. Bernie, as I mentioned before, always has his girls ready to play every season. And this year no exception with the quick start to Los Altos year, as I mentioned, at 5-2. So Bird on first. The pitch to Kristen Herrera is waved at and missed. Strike one. Good rip by Herrera. There's nothing doing, and it's no balls and one strike. Sophie gets the sign. Now she's into her windup. The pitch is low. The runner goes. The throw from Terrazas is there in time. And Bird is nailed at second base on a strong throw by Anita Terrazas behind home plate. And the first out of the inning is recorded 2-6 on the putout. Not a very easy throw, or not a very easy pitch to throw on, I should say, by Terrazas. She had to scoop it off of the plate as it skipped off the plate. It's definitely a hit and run, though, however. Correction, it wasn't a hit and run. It was a 1-1. The count is now 2-1. But still a difficult pitch to run on, as Terrazas had to scoop it off the plate. Still made a strong throw to second. So one out in the inning, and it's 2-1 to Herrera. She tips it into the glove of Terrazas, and it's 2-2. Herrera taking her time getting back into the box. Now she's set. Safi into her windup. Pitch misses high. 3-2 now to Herrera. Herrera, the second out of the inning, as she waves at a pitch low and in. And there's two away. Good job that time by Safi. She set up that pitch with the high fastball and came back low and in, and Herrera waved at it. So two down for Los Altos. Just fouled back, as Elise Jorgensen steps in to take some rips. Elise, the first baseman for Los Altos. Pitch by Safi. That one is ripped into left center field. In comes the center fielder Miller, and she makes the catch to retire the side. A good job by Katie Miller. She had it tracked the entire time. No runs, no hits, no errors for Los Altos. We'll head to the second inning. No score from Eagle Field. 4-5-6 for Santa Clara here in the second inning, as Chrissy Summer comes back to the pitching circle, having retired the first 3 batters in a row to start the ball game. Anita Terraza steps in. Anita, big catcher, made a nice play on the steal attempt by Los Altos in the first inning. Now steps in to take some rips. 0-1 to Anita. That one was ripped, just foul down the left field line. And it is now 0-2 in favor of Chrissy Summer. Paul Cunningham joining me in the booth.
Casey, how are you?
I had teased everybody earlier in the game mentioning that you might be here, and now that you have arrived, everybody is very excited.
Well, contrary to popular belief, I actually do have a job.
True, true. As Terraza swings and misses at strike 3, and there is one away here in the second for the Bruins. Paul, Chrissy Summer's been in control early. 3 out of the first 4 batters have struck out for Santa Clara. So she looks to be in control so far.
Cruising right along.
First pitch to Homi Safi, the opposing pitcher for Santa Clara. Misses up and in, 1-0. Pitch to Homa is fouled away, 1-1. So 1-1 to Homa. Summer looks for the call from her catcher, and that one is laced on the left field line. A fair ball. Cut off nicely by Estelle Hong that will hold Safi to a base hit. The first of the ball game for Santa Clara. And a runner on first with 1 out.
Nice piece of hitting there. Putting that right. Over the third baseman's head in the left field for the single.
Pinch runner now for Santa Clara.
Awfully early.
It's like Chandra Toscano to pinch run.
I guess they don't want their pitcher to get winded on the base paths.
So 1 out, a runner at first in Toscano.
Toscano with a full face mask. And I've seen batters do that, but usually not runners.
Better safe than sorry. First pitch to Micheletti is blooped right over the third baseman's head and in for a base hit. So back-to-back base hits for Los Altos. And with 1 out, the Bruins have something brewing with runners on first and second.
Ooh. Well, that's another nice piece of hitting. That's just a well-placed hit by Micheletti. Hit it where they aren't, and that's exactly what she did, as Kristen Herrera couldn't get over there to get it.
So Janine Deeb now steps in. Janine, the first baseman for the Bruins. First pitch is in there for strike 1.
Well, we did a game here last week, Casey, and Elise Jorgensen was the pitcher, as she has pitched most of the Los Altos ball games, but Chrissy Summer, also a very effective pitcher for the Eagles.
She was cruising until the back-to-back hits here in the inning, as that one's grounded to third, a fair ball. Stepping on third is Clark. The throw to first is picked by Jorgensen, but it's too late. So a force out at third results in a reach via the fielder's choice for Deeb, and there's 2 away here in the inning.
Well, Sandra Clark just needs to be a little bit quicker. She got there to third base in plenty of time, but really had to wind up with the throw and then put it in the dirt. Nice job by Elise Jorgensen blocking that.
As now Amber Ebner steps in for the first time. Amber with an impressive helmet.
That is a nice helmet. It's almost like a bowling ball.
Very nice little airbrush job there. A specialty of University Art Products.
Oh.
Cheap plug.
Well, it was there. You had to take it.
Had a little bit of glitter going on, but nonetheless a very impressive looking head protector. Amber fouls it away. And it is 0-2 to Amber Ebner. 2 on, 2 out here in the second. Summer winds the pitch off speed, and a nice pitch by Summer gets Ebner swinging to retire the side. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, 2 runners left on base. We'll head to the home half of the second. No score from Los Altos. Bottom half of the second inning about ready to get underway with Chrissy Summer to lead things off for the Eagles. Chrissy, the pitcher, bats cleanup. So all in all, a very important player for the Eagles. Safi into the windup. The first pitch to Summer is a high fastball that misses 1-0. 1-0 pitch is fouled straight back towards the truck. Everything is hunky-dory.
It's a tough truck.
It is a tough truck. Truck goes everywhere. Chrissy Summer, the rare combination of cleanup hitter and pitching toe. 2-1 to Summer. Pitch is grounded back to Safi. She takes her time and throws in the dirt, scooped by Janine Deeb for out number 1.
Well, that was an excellent scoop by Deeb, as she was not anticipating that throw from about 40 feet away going 35, and she did a very nice job getting down and scooping that out of the dirt.
I'll bring up Sandra Clark. Sandra, the third baseman. First pitch is in the dirt and misses 1-0. No score from Los Altos High School. Thank you for joining us here on KMVT into my favorite season of the year, baseball and softball season. That one is fouled off of the screen, and a good effort by Janine Deeb. Just ran out of real estate. And
almost knocked the fence over.
Clark will get another chance. 1-1 to Clark.
Catcher's got to help her out a little bit and let her know she's got room. Or doesn't.
And not much communication. It's a tough play to make when you're running towards the fence and you don't know how much space you have until you get to that fence. 2-1. This is way high. 3-1 pitch, misses low and in. Ball 4, and the second walk of the game by Safi. Got to bring up Lacey Sanborn. Lacey, the catcher for Los Altos, with a runner on first and 1 out. Pitch is swung on and fouled just on the other side of the dugout and off of a nice-looking vehicle.
Almost through the window of a passing vehicle, which would have shocked the heck out of that student leaving campus.
So 0-1 to Sanborn. Safi looks in for the sign. She gets one that she likes. They'll wind up the pitch on the way. This is just a bit high.
Doesn't seem to be real comfortable on the mound yet, as she's missing. She's missing very badly.
She's bunted in the air and back off of the backstop. Not a very good pitch to bunt at, as that one was low and in at the body of Sanborn, and now Bernie will have a conference.
It's going to be a very secretive conference. Bernie has spotted something.
As Bernie will now jog back to the coach's box as he made a trip over the dugout to talk to the girls.
Must have spotted something. Maybe he's starting to pick off what their pitches are. Maybe want them to look down so he can let them know what's coming.
And strike 3 called on the inside corner at the knees. Sanborn caught looking for out number 2. Second strikeout of the day for Safi. And that was still Hong. Will step in. Still the left fielder for Los Altos. Pitch misses high, 1-0. Look at Safi is throwing pretty hard out there, just not too consistent on the location.
It's cold out here, Casey.
It is very cold.
Still adjusting from being inside a gym all winter.
Good block by Terrazas. As this is my first outdoor game in a long time.
I've actually done a few now. This is, I think, 4th one we've done. But I'm still, that I want the warm weather. Not good with cold weather.
Pitch on the way, misses low and in. The throw down to second is in plenty of time. And a pretty vicious collision at second results in the final outcome of an out for Los Altos. Another great throw by Terrazas. Maybe now Los Altos will slow down their running game. We'll head to the third. No score from Eagle Field. Top half of the third inning about ready to get set, and to tell you all about it, my tag team partner, Paul Cunningham.
And as always, in the top of the third inning on the Los Altos telecast, a shot of Dennis Mateo, grandfather of Ashley Mateo, and mentor of Terry Ward, the mailman. Leading off for Santa Clara will be their center fielder, Katie Miller, followed by the top of the order in Diana Pereira and Kyra Buchanan. And Miller with a similar helmet that we saw earlier in the game, Casey, that is oh so pretty.
It might be the same helmet, actually.
I'm thinking they're sharing.
Because Amber, I know, had the name Amber on the back of hers, and I can't really see the angle of the back of the helmet for Katie.
Slap hit, fielded by Clark onto Jorgensen for out number 1. So Katie Miller relatively quickly dispatched of. Not sure if that's proper grammar. Using 2 adverbs. I'm not sure you're allowed to do that.
Okay.
If I were to diagram that sentence, I'm not sure I could legally.
Spring break for me. My
so
mind is.
The mind is shut down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Told it to take some time off.
Oh, yeah, like it needed it. Brings up Diana Pereira. Pereira grounded to short her last at bat. First pitch in there for a strike, 0-1.
See Chrissy Summers sporting the Giants visor.
I like it.
I guess.
Oh, that's right, you're the Met fan.
We all make mistakes.
You're right, Casey. 1-1 the count. Change up. Catches the inside corner for a strike. 1-2 the count. Popped up on the infield. Takes a hop to let it roll foul.
Good heads up play by Chrissy Summer right there. She probably could have made the attempt to field it, but would have been a tough play.
Count holds 1-2. Change up credit right back to Chrissy Summer. She throws on to Elise Jorgensen for out number 2. Brings up second baseman Kyra Buchanan.
It's a nice day today, other than the cold weather.
weather being cold is just beautiful. Change up, catches the inside corner for a strike, 0-1.
Could be raining.
Well, that's a good point. Supposed to be a possibility tomorrow, but then it's supposed to warm up as the week goes on.
That's what I like to hear.
Bring me some warm weather. Lifted towards shortstop, under it, and there to glove it is Kristen Herrera. It's a quick 1-2-3 inning for Chrissy Summer. That'll do it for the Bruins in the top of the third inning. Played 2.5. There is no score. Estelle Hong to lead off for Los Altos will be followed by Ashley Mateo and Jennifer Herrera. Bottom of the third inning. Los Altos has had 2 base runners. They've both been cut down at second base trying to steal. They are looking for their first hit of the ball game. First pitch misses inside, ball 1. Swung on and missed. Count evens 1-1. Grounded towards second. Up with it is Buchanan, and she'll take it herself for out number 1.
The often seen 4 unassisted on the ground out.
That for you at first base. Brings up center fielder Ashley Mateo.
One of those rare occasions that makes softball so interesting.
First pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. Popped up, foul back towards the dugout and off the screen. 0-2 the count. High for a ball, 1-2. Pitch in the dirt. Count evens 2-2 to Mateo. Bottom of the third, no score. Pitch in there for a strike, 3. Mateo goes down on strikes. It'll bring up second baseman Jennifer Herrera.
Safi cruising right along. Only 2 walks, and then she was picked up by her catcher. The 2 throwouts at second base, the 2 caught stealing. So that groove that she didn't look like she was in earlier in the game, Paul, looks like she might be settling into it.
First pitch in there for a strike to Jennifer Herrera. Swung on and missed, strike 2. Homa Shafi looking for her first 1-2-3 inning. And strike 3. She strikes out 2 of the 3 batters she sees here in the bottom of the third. We played 3 complete. There is no score. Leading off for the Santa Clara Bruins be their shortstop Sarah Trigg. She'll be followed by catcher Anita Terrasas and pitcher Homa Shafi. Top of the fourth inning, no score. This game moving right along so far. You know, sometimes that can be the kiss of death. I'm hoping it's not going to be. Pitch high and outside, ball one. The throw back to the pitcher makes it all the way to Ashley Mateo in center field. The left-hander will get it back in. Want to know the count. Pitch misses high, ball two, 2-0. That pitch poured in there for a strike. Count goes to 2-1. Lifted into left field. Calling for it and making the catch is Sarah Bird for out number one. Anita Terrazas takes low, ball one. Pitch grounded right back to Chrissy Summer. She bobbles, gets it back, throws to first in time to retire Terrazas for out number two. Take another look at it. See, grounded off the glove of Summer. Does a nice job sticking with it. Gets it over to first base. Plenty of time to get Anita Terrazas for the second out. Omashafi, the pitcher, steps in, pops it up. Behind home plate, Lacey Sanborn gives chase, but it goes into the Los Altos dugout. 0-1 the count. Change-up just misses for a ball. Count evens 1-1. And that was close.
Yeah, Chrissy wanted it also.
I think she's still struggling trying to get over that.
Try it again.
Popped up on the infield. Going back on it is Jorgensen. She's there to make the catch for out number three. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Santa Clara in the top of the fourth. We've played 3.5. There is no score. Leading off for Los Altos will be their left fielder, Sarah Bird. She'll be followed by Kristen Herrera and Elise Jorgensen. Bottom of the fourth inning. First pitch ripped in the left field, down for a base hit. Over to cut it off is Melissa Micheletti. Gets it into second base. Bird is on board with a single and the first hit of the afternoon for Los Altos. Personally, I would pronounce it Micheletti, but
We are instructed of Micheletti, my friend.
I ain't buying it. Family needs to rethink that.
Wow.
Shortstop Kristen Herrera steps in.
Well, you mentioned this game was cruising right along, but if nobody scores, could go on forever.
Throw down to second and not in time, and Bird's going to try for third. There will be no throw. An error on the throw to second base, as they would have behooved them to hang on to it. Allows Bird to advance to third. So a wild pitch and an error.
Take a look at the replay. The pitch was high to begin with, and probably would have been a close play if it was a quick throw or if it was an accurate throw, but it went for speed instead of accuracy.
Ripped into left field for a base hit. Bird will score, and Kristen Herrera, just like that, has pushed Los Altos into the lead with a single and an RBI.
Well, it didn't take the Eagles long to score here in the 4th inning. There's a base hit and then a wild pitch and then a wild turn of events and then a base hit.
And you're up to date.
That's how it's done.
Brings up first baseman Elise Jorgensen. Nobody out, runner at first. Popped up into left field. Under it is Micheletti. She makes the catch for out number 1. And a very dangerous bat that they just got out as Elise Jorgensen swings a very, very hot bat. Brings up pitcher Chrissy Summer.
As conversation between Chrissy Summer and the umpire talking about Chrissy's displeasure for that call last inning we were talking about. Umpire asking Chrissy not to smile, I guess.
Well,
feeling
I think
as though
he probably
it might
knew that he probably knew he missed it.
Yeah.
High ball 2-0.
Whatever you do, Chrissy, in this high school game, do not have fun out there.
It's the only reason to be out there.
I agree.
High ball 3, and Summer swings at it. But it allows Herrera to steal second. And it's a 2-1 count as Chrissy Summer just trying to protect her teammate stealing second base, but I think Herrera was going to get in there easily anyway.
Well, she was up in the count, so it might not hurt that much, but different situation it could.
Swung on and missed strike 2. Popped up high into left field. Micheletti makes the catch for out number 2. 2 outs. Brings up third baseman Sandra Clark. Ripped towards second base, knocking it down. Up with it is Buchanan. She throws on to first in time to retire Clark. And that will do it for Los Altos in the bottom of the 4th inning. But they strike for 1. We have played 4 complete. The Eagles in the lead 1-0. Contrary to popular belief, that is not Robert Noel and Marjorie Knoller.
Oh, jeez.
I'm nothing if not topical.
Oh,
Casey.
jeez.
Won't be seeing much of them for a while. Top of the 5th inning. Melissa Micheletti, Janine Deeb, and Amber Ebner scheduled to bat for Santa Clara.
You get what you pay for here on KMVT.
That's right. That's right. It's free. I've been corrected by Oma. And don't call her Uma, it's Oma.
We're getting yelled at over here by the... Nothing like being corrected as you go along.
We might as well just go sit in their dugout now. You know, pounded it short. Herrera up with it, but the throw pulls Jorgensen off, and on board is Melissa Micheletti. And what are you going to give her, Case?
I give her a hit.
That was a tough play. We'll give her a hit. Brings up first baseman Janine Deeb. Another look at it, Case.
Take a look at the tough play in the hole by Herrera. Made a play like that to start the game. That one was just a little bit late.
First pitch bunted, goes foul. 0-1 the count to Deeb. Deeb got on a fielder's choice, her first at bat.
Let them know now. All right, here we go.
Changeup ripped, foul, out of play.
Strike him out, throw him out now.
Cut out 2. Here we go, 4. Watch for the change, all right?
0-2 the count to Janine Deeb.
Change right here.
Amber Ebner waits on deck. Swung on a miss, strike 3. Down goes Deeb for out number 1. And Amber Ebner, with the best-looking helmet on the team, steps in.
This is voted on by our online instant poll.
Instant poll online, and
Yeah.
it's won. Far and away, the prettiest helmet. Bunn is fouled at the plate.
I have a problem with those instant polls. They say they get about 15,000 votes in the span of the 2 minutes that they have the question. I don't know about that.
I think we have 15,000 people that watch our broadcast all year,
Hopefully.
spread out over 200 broadcasts. 0-2 the count to Ebner.
We all try to cram it into the November sweeps week.
That's right, yeah. Just
Trying to get as much advertising for our dollar.
swung on a missed strike 3. Throw down to second, not in time. As Micheletti steals second. Ebner out on strikes for out number 2. It'll bring up center fielder Katie Miller.
That was a nice attempt by Lacey Sanborn. I think she slipped on the plate when she threw it, however. As you can kind of see the remnants on the plate of a little dirt mark there. Got that left foot on the plate. Definitely not as strong of a throw as Terrazas has had during the game.
5 strikeouts on the day for Chrissy Summer. Grounded down third. Up with it is Clark. Long throw to Jorgensen in time to retire Katie Miller. That'll do it for the Bruins in the top of the 5th inning. We've played 4.5. Los Altos in the lead, 1-0. Lacey Sanborn to lead off for Los Altos here in the bottom of the 5th inning. She'll be followed by Estelle Hong and Ashley Mateo. Oma Shafi out to work her 5th inning of action. They go through their little ritual at the mound that every team does. One of those neat things about softball.
Neat.
Lots of rituals.
Neat.
Neat. First pitch. Up high, ball 1. Home plate umpire having more fun than he should be allowed to.
I think so. As I sit here with a dumbfounded look on my face as to what that was.
Pitch in the dirt 2-0. I could see him do like something like that to Chris Bradford or something. Boot him out of the park.
Next thing you know, we're going to be doing a little Leslie Nielsen moonwalk.
Oh, grounded to third. The throw over in time by Diana Pereira to retire Lacey Sanborn, out number 1.
Good job by Pereira. She took her time, realized the runner that she had going to first base, and was able to make a strong throw.
Brings up right fielder Estelle Hong. One out, nobody on, bottom of the 5th inning. Grounded to the plate, they call it foul. Caught a piece of Hong.
Now that's just gibberish.
Counts 1-1.
Oh, goodness. We're having way too much fun.
I'm sure that means something.
It's got to mean something.
Got grounder to short. Long throw, strong throw by Sarah Trigg to retire Estelle Hong.
You know, Santa Clara didn't have the greatest of records coming into this game, but they've looked pretty well off on most aspects of the game so far. Their hitting hasn't been all that great, but the defense has been there. Except for that one play on the throw to second base. It's been pretty solid for the Bruins.
We have a pinch hitter for Los Altos. It's Jessica Cruz to hit for Ashley Mateo.
Number 15 for 7. Charlie, who has your book? Right here.
I would assume she may be a pinch hitter, and Mateo would probably re-enter to run should Cruz get on. Ashley Mateo with very good speed. 2 outs, nobody on. Swung on a miss, strike 1. Good healthy cut by Cruz. Inside for a ball. Count evens 1-1. Pitch in the dirt, 2-1. Fouled back out of play and over into the house next door. Change up, nice pitch. Cruz just does get a piece of it.
Wow, that was a massive changeup.
Pulled the string on that one.
Looks like Cruz falling forward out of the batter's box, able to get a piece of it.
Fastball misses up and outside, ball 3. Count runs full. Pitch just misses, ball 4. And Cruz is on board with a walk. We'll see if Mateo re-enters the game. So I would think they would want somebody to run. Well, looks like Cruz is going to stay out there. Brings up second baseman Jennifer Herrera. Swung on and missed, strike 1. On our last Los Altos broadcast, Jennifer Herrera came up with a big single in the bottom of the 6th inning to push the Eagles ahead by 1 run, and then they held on in the top of the 7th, giving up nothing to come away with the victory. Runs up as if to bunt, snap throw down to first, and Cruz is back in time. Anita Terrazas, a very strong catcher. She will throw behind runners. She'll gun him at second if she has to. Runs up to bunt, misses it. 1-2 the count to Herrera. Fastball misses high. 2-2 the count. Cruz dove back into first base, just knowing that Terrazas will throw down there at any time. Pitch misses just low. Full count. Runner would be going in baseball.
I was going to say, probably not leaving just yet.
Ball 4, and Herrera's aboard. And brings up the top of the order. 2 consecutive walks by Oma Shafi. Brings up Sarah Bird. Bird is 1 for 1. She got on a walk and then singled. And has scored the only run of the ball game for Los Altos. Bird, a left-handed hitter. Popped up on the infield. Oma calls for it and makes the catch for out number 3. So that will do it for Los Altos in the bottom of the 5th inning. We played 5 complete. The Eagles in the lead 1-0. Leading off is Diana Pereira for Santa Clara. She'll be followed by Kyra Buchanan and Sarah Trigg. 1-0 to Los Altos here in the top of the 6th inning. Chrissy Summer out to work her 6th inning of action. Tries to bunt it and misses the ball. 0-1.
Sun's trying to peek through. Hopefully that'll warm us up.
One can only hope.
I'm
Change
dying.
up. Swung on and missed. Count goes to 0-2.
This is why KMVT is around, so people can enjoy this great softball action from the warmth and comfort of their own home.
Exactly. Well, we're out here in the elements, working hard, doing our duty. Popped up. Foul down the third baseline, and it falls harmlessly to the dirt.
Good definition.
You sure wonder a lot, don't you, down there?
0-2 the count to Pereira.
I said you sure wonder a lot down there. 0-2!
Running conversation he's having with the third base coach.
Here goes.
You don't like those umpires that you can't really tell if they're joking or not.
Lifted into right center field, and that's going to drop in for a base hit. Diana Pereira with a leadoff single here in the top of the 6th inning. Another look at it, Casey.
And it's a little looper over the head of the second baseman and into no man's land as Hahn came over to try and cut it off, but she was a little bit late, so a leadoff base hit for the Bruins.
Stella Hong, who has moved to center field as Jessica Cruz has gone into right. Brings up Kyra Buchanan. Buchanan squares the bunt. She can't lay it down. Throw down to second, and Diana Pereira has herself a stolen base.
I got to think. It's got to be some sort of interference.
And the home plate umpire is wandering out, but not going to say anything.
And the umpire's telling the catcher to, next time she gets in your way, make contact. But you got to think that if he just said next time she gets in your way, he must have seen her get in her way this time. Well, you got to make that call, I would imagine.
Another look at it.
Take a look at the replay. The umpire telling the catcher that next time she gets in your way, make contact. But shouldn't really matter, I don't think.
The bunt is down. Clark has. She's going to throw back to third base, and not in time. And that's not the advised play in that situation, as they could not get a tag down on Pereira. She's in at third base, and I guess we got to give an infield single to
yeah, there's no other
Kyra Buchanan. So runners at first and third, nobody out. Brings up shortstop Sarah Trigg. Fly ball here could tie this game up. Trigg takes, I guess, high, ball 1. Grounded towards third. Clark Checks the runner at third, throws back behind her, and Herrera can't hang on to it. That was a tough throw to handle. So on that play, we'll give a fielder's choice for Trigg as she gets on. It loads up the bases.
Yeah, it was a good decision after the bobble was made by Clark, but the throw was just a little bit too quick for the distance that it was between her and the person covering third base. She kind of gunned it at Herrera, who was covering third, and couldn't quite handle the grounder.
So the base is loaded with nobody out. Brings up Anita Terrazas. She takes outside for a ball, 1-0.
What do you call that, Paul? Fielder's choice? Infield?
Yeah,
hit?
I gave it a fielder's
Okay,
choice.
I was going to say.
Because there was already a runner there, so it was just they opted to try to get. Oh my! Terrazas almost kills 3 people down the left field line as she turned on that one.
That would have taken a section out of about 3 different people before it slowed down.
That could have brought the paramedics out here in a heartbeat.
Pardon the pun.
Pardon the pun. Grounded towards second. Herrera has it. She's going to come home for 1, and a good hard slide at home plate by Pereira.
Good hard slide. Good softball there.
Terrazas on the fielder's choice, and the bases will remain loaded. Another look at it, Case.
Take a look at the replay. A nice job by Herrera at second base. She knew where she was going the whole way. And a good job by the catcher Sanborn to stay tough on home plate as a pinch runner now going to be brought into the game for Terrazas.
And that is number 5, Teresa Walker.
Teresa Walker, a name we probably cannot mess up, I don't think.
Stepping in as the pitcher, Oma Shafi.
Now Oma has a big opportunity to help herself out here.
One out, bases loaded. First pitch. Misses outside, ball 1. The 1-0 catches the inside corner for a strike. Count evens 1-1. High for a ball, 2-1. Change up grounded. Foul up the third baseline.
There's a whole lot of people on the field right now. Bases loaded.
There are.
A lot of movement on that last play. I didn't know where to look.
It's like umpires, coaches,
Couple of
people.
umpires, couple of coaches. Got dogs in the outfield.
The Noels. Foul tipped into the glove of Lacey Sanborn. And Oma Shafi goes down for out number 2.
It's a big out right there.
Brings up Melissa Micheletti, the left fielder for Santa Clara. She is 2 for 2 on the day. And a base hit here would at least tie this game. As Chrissy Summer tries to dodge a bullet. Here's what's grounded to third. Clark has it. She'll go over to first in time. And boy, do the Eagles get out of a jam in the top of the 6th inning. We've completed 5.5. Los Altos in the lead, 1-0.
To the 7th.
Kristen Herrera to lead off for Los Altos. She'll be followed by Elise Jorgensen and Chrissy Summer.
Come on in now. Here we go.
First pitch swinging and a fly ball to second base, and there to make the catch is Kyra Buchanan for out number 1.
Good job by Kira going behind the bag to make the catch, as she had to go a long way. She doesn't have a really large glove, only a second baseman, the infielder's mitt.
You know, I heard that too. It is Kira Buchanan. I've been calling her Kyra for like 8 days
Well,
now.
I knew it was Kira before the game started.
Oh, well, thanks for
You got
cluing
here
me in.
late, so it was difficult to go over the
I'm
pronunciation.
just butchering every name that is coming up here.
My name is Casey, by the way.
Elise Jorgensen steps in for Los Altos.
Ooh.
Up the middle and in for a base hit.
Somebody had to tell Elise that if she's going to want to wear that big elbow pad, she's going to need a doctor's note, according to Major League Baseball this year.
She wrestles it off her arm at first base as she doesn't want to run with it.
See your natural revenue for left.
That ball
Brings
was
up-
ripped in the center field.
Yeah, it was. Pitcher Chrissy Summer steps in.
Left-handed catcher. Left-handed batting catcher.
Somebody had to notify the umpire that he has a game to umpire.
Does have a tendency to wander and talk a lot. A lot of the times to himself. First pitch in the dirt that Terrasas quickly comes up with, and Jorgensen will not advance, knowing the strength of the arm behind home plate. Change up. Foul outside the third baseline.
Chrissy says sorry to Bernie Quintero in the third base coach's box.
She hit it too hard, or
Hit it at him.
Bernie could still move.
I hear you.
All right, here we go.
You ever been hit by a line drive in the
Yes.
coach's box?
Hurts like heck. Fouled back out of play. I thought I almost broke my foot one time.
I bet you didn't show it, though.
What about this thing?
I was really hard not to on that one. It was about 7 years ago. It was Andrew Watt.
Oh, he could
And,
hit the ball hard.
Yeah, he hit a P down the third baseline. I went to jump to get out of my way. I was off the ground, and I was getting good hops. I was like
Yeah.
4 inches off the ground, and it hit right on my instep, and just, I think I still have a dent there. Grounded to short. They go for the double play, but can only get one as Jorgensen is retired at second. Yeah, that was some excruciating pain.
Well, if it was on the instep, I hope there's a dent there because
No, but I mean, it was right
It'd
on
be
the,
difficult
almost
to walk.
like right on the side on the top. And I swear when I looked down at the footsteps, I could see a little dent there. It just never grew back. We have a pinch runner coming in for Los Altos. And as soon as I can find my roster, tell you who it is. Oh, it's Acacia Nulanyafi. First pitch swinging is Sandra Clark. She pops it up into the dugout. 0-1 as the Eagles scatter. Oh, yeah. Sandra Clark almost knocks the umpire over. Say,
tried to throw the hip check there.
just a wacky world here in softball.
It really is. That's all it really boils down to.
With that, the scoreboard breaks into hieroglyphics.
What is that?
I don't know what. Something's happened. All the lights are discombobulated. Wild pitch by Oma allows Nulan Yaffe to advance to second base.
Well, this is any start to the spring season. It's going to be a long one.
Oh, boy. We're getting the remnants of the sun, which is actually warming things up a little bit.
Look what's carried over from last year's baseball season with the whole sprinkler fiasco in the outfield.
Popped up towards. And out of play for the third base line.
You remember that game, yes?
I do, down at Buckshaw.
About
no,
midnight
not
or so
Buckshaw.
we got
Yeah,
out
was
there.
it?
It was Buckshaw.
It was Buckshaw.
St. Francis against Wilcox. The
Game that would never end.
sprinkler goes on for about 45 minutes in the outfield. If you'd like to see a copy of that, please phone KMVT.
Yes, tapes are available for a nominal charge.
Excuse me?
A nominal charge.
Oh.
I was trying to use two big words in a row, and
So the zaniness continues here on KMVT.
it's just the wacky world of softball. Pitch in there, strike three, and down goes Clark. And we will go to the top of the seventh inning. Los Altos clinging to a 1-0 lead. Top of the seventh inning, and here to take us the rest of the way is Casey's dance partner, or her dance partner, Casey McGuire, and I'm discombobulated again.
Top of the seventh inning. Los Altos needs to get 3 more outs, and this one's all over. It will be Janine Deeb, Amber Ebner, and Katie Miller for the Broncos. I knew I was going to call them the Santa Clara Broncos one of these times, but it is the Bruins.
The Baby Bears.
So Janine Deeb is 0 for 2 today. Reached on a fielder's choice and struck out. First pitch to Janine is lifted into left field. In comes the left fielder Bird, and she makes the catch for out number 1. So 1 away, and Chrissy Summer looking for a victory in a complete game. As Chandra Toscano will pitch it. Is it Chandra?
Chandra. She told me.
Well, her teammates are calling her Chandra.
Do whatever you want to do. Call me a liar on the air.
The first pitch to Chandra is fouled back.
That almost picked off Brent Stone, our roof cameraman.
He didn't look too worried about it.
Nothing bothers Brent.
So 0-1 to Chandra.
Brent's very easygoing.
Well, he's got that camera locked down in that one position you see there on your screen, and he's kind of just hanging out up there, making sure the camera doesn't fall over. Grounded to Herrera. An easy throw to first, 2 away. And the Eagles 1 out away from picking up their second league victory. So Chrissy Summer looking for out number 3, and she will have to get Katie Miller. The Eagles' next game will also be brought to you here on KMVT. They will travel to Lancerville to take on St. Francis. Weather permitting, of course.
It's supposed to be gorgeous.
We are outdoors. Down the line, Sarah Bird makes an excellent running catch to end the ball game and get the complete game shutout for Chrissy Summer. There you see your final line score: 1 run, 3 hits, no errors by the Eagles. No runs, 5 hits, and 1 error by Santa Clara. Well, that should do it for us here on the campus of Los Altos High School. Thanks to everybody on the KMVT crew. They did another excellent job bearing the elements again, as it was rather cold. I don't think we mentioned that yet. Thanks to Chris Parrish, Brent Stone, and Robin Frank, and the producer-director Lazarus Sargenides. For Paul Cunningham, I'm Casey McGuire. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.